Morning, Ecogypsy. I'm trying to get a few jobs done today because we've got a bit of clear weather, which is unusual for December. So this is my project for today. Let me show you. We are going to winterize this. This is our food van that we run in the summer, BURRITO. So it's a little off-grid food van that we put up on the dunes locally, and nice little vibe. I've done videos previously where we run the lorry horse box. It's got a solar rig on and a stage. That combined with this runs the whole sort of setup. So, but we got to this time of year and it's looking a bit tired, so I'm going to give this a good coat of balm black, give it a good dose over, get everything protected, all the wood protected. Hopefully if I get time today I'll give this door another coat of paint, just tidy up a few things. Needs a good clean out inside. Just get everything sort of cleaned out and scrubbed out. And the only trouble with this stainless is we thought this is a great idea, putting this alley sheet on in here, but it does, you get a lot of marks on it with the when you get a bit of damp on it. So I'm going to spray this all up with it. If I get a chance today, I'll see how I get on, because we started late. We'll give this a good coat of oil in there as well. So clean everything, spray it all out of oil, and then that can get tarped up. And that'll be it for this year. So it's been a really good summer this year. We had this out last night on a little pop out local do. But yeah, need to get on top of it because winters here are quite harsh. Salt air gets into everything, and it's just going to be another thing that's going to need a load more work if we don't kind of get onto it now, really. So yep, we'll get this done. Little side note, old Patterdale, we got a butcher has just given me a load of deer feet. They absolutely love them, and they're a natural wormer. Once they've got the hair on and the hoofs, she'll keep on that for half a day. But yeah, they're really good for them. Yeah, so let's give this a coat of barn black. Environmentally not so good, but for wood and salt it's brilliant. So that's what we're putting on here today. Big fan of painting, but for some reason I don't mind doing this. I think it's because it covers quite quickly, and it's, you don't have to be too fussy. Just get it in, get it on. Especially these end grains really get the weather into and start splitting. So do this at least once a year, just give it a once over, tuck it up for winter. I've had this van for about 8 years now, and it's been a good little thing really, so it's done well. It's become part of the brand. People recognise this as much as they do the actual food. Rough as I am, I'm the roughest painter going, but they're soaking in lovely, that is. Incidentally, if you want a good hangover cure, you're feeling a bit rough in the mornings, stick a bit of that creosote in your eye. I'll tell you what, that'll soon bring you round. That's a good old cure, that. Right, we're going to get down this side now. You can see just where it's been sitting up, that green just starting to get into it, and that's the start of the rot really. So this does it a bit of good. Say not particularly pretty, but that'll soak in and protect it for the winter. Good job the missus likes to smell of creosote, that is for sure. We bought this as a shell and then fitted it out of cells inside, but the outside construction is quite simple. It's very similar to a bow top wagon really. You got the end sections, and then these bits of wood go around the outside of it. And then what they've done is they've put these straps on, these steel tension straps, just to hold it all in place. And it's on a pretty rigid chassis. It's on an old, I think that's a car transport chassis. So it's it run heavy. It probably run at 2 ton with everything in it. But construction-wise, it's a pretty good thing. The other thing I'm going to do is just take that gas fitting off, because in previous years the salt's got into that, and bizarrely I've had them one year that actually froze up and blew the regulators where the ice sat in it. So I never thought that would happen, but so that's got to come off and get put inside out of the way. Otherwise they're about 40 or 50 quid for a new one, so I don't want to pay that every year. Bigging up the weather, and it's now bloody raining, so try and get round this as quick as I can. So I've had the once over, comes up like new. Surprising really, after the amount of years we had this. Every year I do this, just get through it, give it a good coat, that soaks it up. Bit patchy at the minute, but that will soak up a little bit better. And then we'll tilt this up as well so the rain can't get into it, and it's going to be good to go for next year. I'm just going to get inside and give it a good clean out, get the tilt over, and then that can go up there behind the lorry, ready for the next season. So one thing about off-grid living, or certainly living here where we are in this part of the country, if you're anywhere coastal, there is just a constant maintenance issues, cleaning, and that trailer's gone very green, and you need to give that a good clean up soon, get that all scrubbed off. And it's just sort of fairly much endless really. I could really do with a couple of days a week just in the yard, just to keep on top of stuff like this, because things soon get out of hand, and then when it goes wrong and rot starts setting in, you then got a massive bills to sort out and issues. So there's a couple of things worth mentioning on these when we do these things is disconnect all them pipes, because I've had these heaters blow up in the winter where they're full of water. So just get all the water out of the system, drain that all down, leave the taps open, and we'll just put a bit of oil on this hot plate, stop that all rusting up. And even though everything's had a good clean up, that'll all need doing again by next season, when this gets a little bit of damp in here, and then it all starts getting a bit, you get like discoloration on it. So give it another good clean up, ready for the new year. Staying there by the looks of that. That's alright, they can stay there.
like that little mower.
I just put them tilts on just to keep the wet coming, getting into the doors and into the flap, and that's kind of done, winterized. That can sit there till next spring, and we'll pull it out, give it another once over, bit of a clean up inside, and we're good to go. So that's one of the many jobs that needs doing. Next thing is connecting the solar, which we've got 1,000 watts of solar on there, so we're going to do that, have that as an additional charge to the our main living accommodation into the railway carriage. So that's going to be the next job. I'm going to put a lead from there into my power, so we've got a bit of a winter top up, because when you get skies like this, we're not taking in a terrible amount of solar. But anyway, that'll do us for today. Thank you very, very much for the views and the comments, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. And that's the hot wire job. So we're hot wiring into, from that solar panel, the set of solar panels on the lorry, into this to give us a bit of an extra boost for the dark winters. And disconnect that when we need to move the lorry. Bonus.